President Trump has signed an executive order freeing the 23 pro-life protesters arrested using the FACE Act for peacefully protesting outside of abortion clinics. This includes names like Lauren Handy, Joan Bell, Paulette Harlow, Bevelyn Williams, many things. But I'd like to get into the video of him signing first because I just love watching it, and I will watch it again.
By the Biden. Next, we have a set of pardons for peaceful pro-life protesters who were prosecuted by the Biden administration for exercising their First Amendment rights.
You know how many?
I believe it's 23, sir.
23 people were prosecuted. They should not have been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people. They should not have been prosecuted. This is a great honor to sign this.
I'm going to cry. I get choked
They'll
up.
be very happy. So they're all in prison now.
Some are out of custody.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. That was a beautiful moment. Oh,
hey, elections matter.
elections matter. And then there's the beautiful video of Bevelyn
I voted
Williams.
for that.
Oh,
Here's a video of Bevelyn being reunited with her family. She was taken away from her young children. And here she is bouncing her daughter and meeting her husband right outside of the jail. So I want to emphasize to people, so a few things really stick out to me. I have a video of some of these protesters, what they were arrested for. Here is a video. They would still be in jail, by the way, under a Catholic president. This was a Nashville abortion clinic. These pro-life activists were just in there sitting, singing. Nonviolent, peacefully protesting, exercise their First Amendment right. The FACE Act for people that are not
do that in U.S. capitals, and
yes,
and they don't get any jail time. They get like 24 hours.
Those Hamas protests last spring.
So
for King's son at the Minnesota Capitol.
For people that don't understand the FACE Act, it was signed by Bill Clinton and has been mega weaponized, specifically in one direction, because theoretically it is used against people that block churches, but also abortion clinics. Although I haven't really seen that on churches, it definitely goes one way. And so it's used to put people in federal prison for years for exercising their First Amendment right. It still hasn't been repealed. I would love to see the Trump administration.
You forgot. Remember Merrick Garland went after that one church because the one guy was going to try attack the church because it was going to be a drag queen story hour. And so they're going to finally attack that church. It's like, oh, now we can say
I'll get him.
Merrick Garland, man. I mean,
dustbin of history by Merrick.
He deserves to be in jail.
So, well, by him signing this and saying he was proud to do it and they shouldn't have been persecuted, what does this say to me? That we had a Catholic president happy to put these people in jail, not lift a finger, not do a thing about it. Kamala Harris making history by being the first sitting vice president to visit an abortion clinic and saying that was one of the most proud things she was to do. Immediately, we elect Donald Trump. He frees these prisoners within the first week. And then J.D. Vance is in person at the March for Life right now. It's like I'm almost having whiplash at how quick the change is.
Elections matter, yeah.
Elections matter. I can never, not to say we told you, but for all the people like, oh my gosh, not pro-life. I remember having a debate with someone over these pro-life prisoners. Like, do you really think Paulette Harlow, an elderly woman whose husband was in tears because he said she was going to die in prison because of her age and condition, and to have a judge, I remember the judge specifically rubbing it in their face saying, well, they shouldn't have done that. You should have respected people's reproductive rights, as if somehow this is a win for justice or victory. And because they blocked it and they deserved it because we have this weaponized. The
thing is, do you see like the New York Times, it was like writing stories about some conservatives believe that there's a two-tier of justice, that they only go after, it's like, What do you mean what we believe? Like, have you been to these courts? Have you not heard this stuff? I mean, like,
This is a documented fact.
like again, with the January 6th, like you can say, maybe I would have commuted more of those sentences, than just pardon them or whatever. But like Trump's like, well, screw you. You're pardoning your whole family. I don't care.
Yeah.
The thing is, all these cities from Portland to Minneapolis, my old hometown Minneapolis, were on fire for a whole year. In fact, Governor Walz was loving it, and his wife was like, "Oh, I'm watching the fires from here, from St. Paul. This is so awesome."
She said she
Wickedly
loved the
evil
smell of the
woman.
tires.
Just
Yeah.
a wickedly evil woman, just to her bones. So conservatives like, people can burn cities with impunity, but people get waved into the Capitol and steal a lectern, and then you put them in jail for 3-4 years. Like it's disproportionate. It's baloney. If you have 2 tiers of justice, you have no justice.
Yep.